We hope you're enjoying all the great competition you're seeing here today. At the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, we're grateful for the incredible support that makes this event possible. None more vital or valued than the proud title sponsor, Iowa Farm Bureau. With me here today is Brent Johnson, president of the Iowa Farm Bureau, to explain why their organization invests in and supports the Girls Union.
Thanks, Erin. The Iowa Farm Bureau has been the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union for more than 2 decades now. The athletes competing here today represent the very best of our nation's student athletes, driven, dedicated, and committed to teamwork. At the Iowa Farm Bureau, we share those same values. Our farmers lead the nation not only in the production of corn, hogs, eggs, and ethanol, but also in the implementation of a number of innovative soil and water conservation practices which hold soil in place and reduce runoff. These shared values unite Iowa's student athletes and farm families, and our partnership with the Girls Union gives us the perfect opportunity to celebrate that commitment to excellence statewide.
Thank you, Brent. We appreciate the Iowa Farm Bureau's ongoing support and the role you play in helping Iowa's girls shine.
Between the West Delaware Hawks and the Albia Lady D's. Let's first meet the non-starters. First with visitors from West Delaware. Number 6, Evelyn Hochschild. Number 7, Brinley Sherbrink. Number 12, Abigail Stoffel. Number 19, Lily Hines. Number 22, Reagan Cummings. Number 23, Reese Ray. Assistant coaches for the Hawks, Nate Cass, Scott Jones, and Aubrey Vance. And now your starting lineup for the West Delaware Hawks. Leading off and playing second base, number 3, Lily Cass. Batting second and playing right field, number 1, Lena Petlin. Batting third and catching, number 13, Casey Rapp. Batting fourth and pitching, number 15, Ava Hartman. Batting fifth and a shortstop, number 2, Veda Langel. Batting sixth, designated player, number 5, Sophia Schulte. Batting seventh at first base, number 18, Katie Cass. Batting in center field, number 8, Avery Schmitz. Batting ninth and in left field, number 4, Nora Payton. And at flex in third base, number 10, Carly Ogden. Head coach for the Hawks is Ryan King. LCB non-starters for the home team from Albia. Number 4, Presley Fisher. Number 6, Maddie Montgomery. Number 8, Hayden Carter. Number 10, Manaya Autry. Number 11, Colton Wynn. Number 14, Anna Kraber. Number 31, Ava Brown. Number 35, Morgan Beckwith. Assistant coaches for the Lady D's, McKenna Stickler and Chloe Bradley. Now your starting lineup for Albia. Leading off and catching, number 1, Madeline Van Loo. Batting second in left field, number 12, Addie Hill. Batting third and in center field, number 20, Aaliyah Hood. Batting fourth and at third base, number 24, Addie Pearson. Batting fifth and at first base, number 43, Brooke Rubel. Batting sixth and pitching, number 18, Grace Pence. Batting seventh and in right field, number 15, Ayla Green. Batting eighth and in shortstop, number 77, Lily DeVos. And batting ninth and at second base, number 21, Zoe Zanoni. The head coach of the Lady D's, Larry Achenbach. Our officials assigned this afternoon's game. At first base, Mark Amadeo. At third base, Deidre Moore. And behind home plate,
welcome to Rogers Park here in Fort Dodge, Iowa, the host site of the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Farm Bureau here on the Girls Athletic Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. I'm Thomas Campbell, joined alongside Henry Gonzalez here in this Class 3A elimination game between the Albia Lady D's and the West Delaware Hawks. West Delaware coming off a 9-1 loss to Wahlert Catholic. Albia coming off a loss to Van Meter. That loss was 10-2. Henry, both these teams now officially playing for their lives in this tournament and playing for their seasons.
Yeah, Albia got kind of stunned as Pence got kind of batted around against, and Van Meter really came out swinging. So Albia, obviously a third seed, 32-1. They're sure to be a lot better going into this matchup.
Absolutely, and they'll need it if they want to keep their season alive. Of course, we've already had 2 3A games today. PCM defeated West Liberty 7-0, and then Williamsburg falls to Mount Vernon. So it'll be PCM and Williamsburg later today. Now, Albia West Delaware later tonight will have Wahlert Catholic and Van Meter. The winner of this game will play the loser of that one tomorrow morning at 10:45. About to get underway, though. In the circle for the Lady D's will be Grace Pence. And leading off for West Delaware will be Lily Cass.
And Cass is a 387 hitter and just a bunch of stolen bases and 41 hits and 106 at-bats for the sophomore. Impressive stuff.
Second pitch in there high, so 2-0 count to Cass to start this one early. Finds the zone there. Pence with her first strike of the day. Now a 2-1 count to Cass. Fouled off. We go even at 2-2. Cass steps back into the box with a 2-2 count here in the top of the first in this Class 3A elimination matchup. Swung on, played out high. Pearson under it and makes the grab for the first out of the game.
Yeah, good to see from Grace Pence. I mean, she came into this game 26-1, a 0.17 ERA, 345 Ks. Just ridiculous stuff. And for her to get tagged with 10 runs was really unusual. So this will be a bounce back game for her for sure.
First pitch, a strike to Lena Pelton, the right fielder, batting second for the Hawks today. She'll swing on that one, foul that back.
Ooh, close call, my friend.
Close call indeed. Luckily we got a net and a few layers of glass in front of us up here in the press box on Iowa Central Field. So 0-2 to Pelton. Swung on, lines that one out into right. That'll be a base hit.
Good piece of hitting to go oppo here, or pull it rather, and
Catcher number 13, Casey Rapp.
Isla Green, the one behind to that one, out and right. They'll bring up the catcher, Casey Reth. Swing and a miss there. Good pitch from Pence.
I was just going to say that pitch had her off balance going up top, and that's exactly the kind of stuff you want to see.
Here's the 0-1 to Reth. Fouls that away over towards the bullpen. A few kids out in the outfield giving that chase. Obviously wanting their free lollipop from the concession stand.
Been quite a few foul balls for the first 2 games.
Big swing and a miss from Reth there. She'll sit down swinging. That'll bring up the pitch of Ava Hartman. Facing 2 outs with a runner on.
Pitcher number 15, Ava Hartman.
Hartman leads the team in RBIs. Fans at the first one.
good .316 hitter on the team. Seven home runs.
Here's the 0-1 from Pence. Another swing and a miss from Hartman. She finds herself in an 0-2 hole in her first at-bat of the game.
Pence has got her elevated. She's out chasing at pitches right at the letters.
The 0-2. Hartman gets bat on ball. Easy play, though, made by the shortstop, Lillian DeMoss. So Albia gives up a hit, but then gets 3 outs. We head to the bottom of the first, tied at 0. You're watching Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Farm Bureau, the Girls Athletic Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
Welcome back to this Class 3A elimination game between Albia and West Delaware. We've got the Souk-Up stats up on the screen. These two teams pretty similar in runs scored per game. Albia 6.6, West Delaware 7. Albia the significantly higher batting average. West Delaware leaves the park a little more often. Henry, what do you see out of these that gives a team an edge in today's matchup?
I like the pitching advantage for Albia. I mean, obviously the batting average speaks volumes, 435 to 330, but the 0.85 batters average against and the runs against is all sub 1, and a team ERA of 0.41, that's just unheard of.
So we bring you out here for the bottom of the first. Madeline Van Loon, the catcher, leading off for the Lady D's. Van Loon batting .429 on the season. Watches the first one by for ball 1. Be Hartman in the circle for the Hawks. One in there for strike 1 to even up the count. 1 apiece. Outside, ball 2.
Such a good slash, a 400 slash line for Van Loon.
Van Loon puts a bat on ball. Cass over to make the play. Finds Cass at first.
It was really close. The transition and trying to get the ball out was just a little bit slow. Van Loon almost had it. It was a little cue shot off the end of the bat, and what a great stretch there.
Bring up the left fielder, Addie Hill. Hill watches that one for ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 1 out. Count even at 1 apiece after that strike down the middle. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Played over towards first. Katie Cass, the snag on the backhand for the second out.
Back-to-back great plays. She stretched really wide to get the first out and now puts a 3U in the score sheet.
Bring up the center fielder, Aaliyah Hood. Hood batting .345 on the season. He's got 3 home runs on the year. First pitch outside for ball one. Second pitch, 2-0 count. Here's the 2-0. Inside on Hood, 3 straight balls. So now a 3-0 count.
And just way below the knees. Not too competitive on these pitches, so definitely gonna see one in the zone.
3-0, can't find the zone. 4 balls and Hood heads to first with a walk. First base run of the game for the Lady D's.
Third baseman, number 24, Addie Pearson.
Bring up the third baseman, number 24, Addie Pearson.
Pearson is such a go big or go home hitter. Leads the team with 8 home runs, but also leading the team in strikeouts.
Can't quite catch the zone there, so another 2-0 count. 6 straight balls from Hartman. Here's the 2-0. No swing from Pearson. 7 straight balls now from Hartman.
Command has been lost and not great, especially considering you just got 2 outs and you're just about to get out of the inning, and now base runners.
3-0 finds the zone for strike 1. First strike in 8 pitches.
It's a good sign. Try and battle back. I'd go competitive with this pitch. See if you can get something inside.
Here's the 3-1. That one way away. Hood will head to second. Pearson to first and on the walk. So 2 straight walks, and that'll bring up number 43, the first baseman, Brooke Rubel. Rubel batting only .245 on the season. Got 24 RBIs, another opportunity here.
First baseman, number 43, Brooke Rubel.
Rubel steps in and settles. Hartman on the mat, on the rubber, throws and gets the zone for strike 1. Much needed first pitch strike after the last 2 batters.
Yeah, and she's facing the sophomore with .245 average, and it's really the lowest on the team, and the fact that a .245 hitter is the lowest speaks volumes. She's such a stalwart in the starting lineup.
0-2 the count to Rubel. Low there for ball 1, good eye. Here's the 1-2. Big swing and a miss, dropped third strike. Throws made though. So 2 walks, get 2 base runners on for the Lady D's, but they cannot capitalize. We head to the top of the second inning, tied at 0. You're watching the Iowa State Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau of the Girls Athletic Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
No hits, 2 left.
Hey, Frank. Oh, it looks like you spilled some grease.
Grills are multiplying and you need flavor that's bold.
There's nothing left for you to do
But to go to Fairway, your dream for Midwest meat. It's the one you need. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, you better stake up. Fairway and meat go hand in hand.
This dream is meant for you and me.
Poultry, pork, and beef, your home for Midwest meat. It's the one you need. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, yes, indeed.
Fairway, it's the one you need.
Welcome back here. Class 3A elimination game between West Delaware and Albia. Top 2. Nobody gotten anything going, and so Vidal Langle will lead off the top of the second for the Hawks. Pence still in the circle for the Lady D's.
Fighting for the Hawks, shortstop number 2, Veda.
Gave up one hit in the top of the first on a single. Was able to strike out the last 2 batters. Finds the zone with her first pitch for strike 1. Little inside there. Evens up the count, 1 apiece.
Didn't miss by much. I like that location. Wouldn't be surprised if she went back to that same area.
Away there, ball 2. Falls behind in the count.
Again, not missing by much. Tried to entice Langle to take a look at that one.
Big swing and a miss there from Langle. Lady D's were 32-1 headed into this state tournament. Certainly weren't expecting the losses. That is a strikeout. Veda Langle. First out of the inning.
Pence's ability to go east-west, north-south with ease. She gets the K looking.
Sophia Schulte, the designated player at the plate. Check swing doesn't go around for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That's high for ball 2. Pence behind in the count once again. Here's the 2-0. Misses the zone again. So now Schulte ahead 3-0 in the count. Chance to get another base runner for the Hawks.
Yeah, I'm not taking the bat off my shoulder for this pitch.
Here's the 3-0. That one catches the zone for strike 1.
Now next pitch, I would.
Absolutely. I think next pitch, you got a chance to swing away. The 3-1. Finds the zone. We go to a full count. Pence has worked her way back against Sophia Schulte. And the payoff pitch. Fouled away, so count remains full. Here's the 3-2. That one inside. It'll be a 7-pitch walk. Schulte gets on base.
Just 15 walks by Pence issued coming into this postseason, so very unusual.
Katie Cass, the third baseman, at the plate. Watches the first pitch in there for strike 1. The 0-1. One thrown down. Schulte safe at second. Stolen base.
And we look at this replay real quick. I'm going to see Schulte get a 32nd bag on the year. Such a nice slide in.
Cass steps back in with a 1-1 count. Big swing and a miss there. So now 1-2 with 1 out and a runner on second. Here's the 1-2. Big swing and a miss, the strikeout. Katie Cass. Now 2 outs in the second. Bring up the center fielder, Avery Schmitz.
Already 2 Ks in this inning and had one in the first, so mowing him down so far.
Schmidt's batting just 281 on the year. First pitch away for a ball. Here's the 1-0. Big swing and a miss there from Schmitz.
Ooh, got her chasing out the zone, and really she can go anywhere with this.
A healthy swing at that one. I went in there for strike 2.
Sides change up and gets in the bottom of the zone, and so she's changed up the speed quite a bit. Don't know if she'd exactly go back to the change, but probably elevate instead.
The 1-2 fouled away. Schmitz chopping at it to stay alive.
Was just a little bit towards the middle, but had the idea there. Nearly had that swing and a miss and strike out 3 in an inning.
Here's the 1-2. Schmitz plays that back right up towards Pence. Pence the throw over to Rubel. So they surrender or walk, but not without getting 3 outs. Game still tied at 0. We head to the bottom of the second. We'll be right back here on the Girls Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Whether you volunteer or hang with friends, play pickleball, read or follow trends. No matter what your retirement style, you deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. Some Medicare plans don't cover vision or dental. With Delta Dental, you can save on what's essential. Get coverage and take care of your health. It's peace of mind, so treat yourself. It's more affordable than you might think. Give us a call or visit this link.
Welcome back here. This Class 3A elimination game between West Delaware and Albia. Pitcher Grace Pence leading it off in the bottom of the second for the Lady D's. Albia still yet to record a hit here. That one slapped foul.
Pence, a stellar pitcher, but a great hitter in her own right. 315 hitter on the season.
High there for ball 1. 1-2 now the count. Neither team really getting anything going offensively so far. Betts plays that over to third. Ogden over to Cass for the first out of the inning.
Is that one? Where was that from? Short. Third. I knew that from the time. 5-3.
So the 5-3 put out gets down 1, and that'll bring up Isla Green, the right fielder, at the plate.
Your fielder number 15, Ayla
Green batting .330 on the season.
Pence had a lengthy conversation with Green after her at-bat grounding out, so must have seen something in the delivery or something in her pitches. So maybe Albia can get something going here.
Green skies that one. Catch made by the catcher, Reth, for the second out of the inning.
Just skied it. Thought maybe first base would get to it, but instead.
So 2 outs. That'll bring up the shortstop, Lillian DeMoss. Approaching the bottom of the Lady D's order. First one in there for a strike. Here's the pitch from Hartman. That one gets through and it'll be the first base hit for the Lady D's. DeMoss keeps the inning alive.
Yeah, it feels good to get rid of that goose egg and take a look at this at bat. And finally took to the 8-hole hitter, but able to pull this one right between third and short.
Bring up Zoe Zanoni, second baseman. One-0. Inside, ball 2.
Ooh, close pitch there. There's a big difference between 2-0 and 1-1.
Yeah, there is, especially Hartman looking at paid corners early in this outing. 2-0 can't find the zone either, so 3-0. Massive difference between 3-0 and 1-2. Both of those close, but not quite the zone. 3-0 finds the zone, so that goes to 3-1. Hartman trying to battle back here. Three ones outside. Another walk. We go back to the top of the Lady D lineup with Madeline Van Loon.
43 walks so far by West Delaware, and Hartman has got to keep that under wraps. 3 in 2 innings is getting kind of high. Don't want more base runners than you already will get just via the hit.
First pitch to Van Loon outside for ball 1. She grounded out to second in her first at-bat. Can't find the zone there either.
Just below the knees. I saw that late drop, and so it was great pitch, but just not enticing enough, too far below the strike zone.
2-0 catches the zone. Brings the count to 2-1. Swung on there. That'll get through, and that could bring a runner home. The plate, gonna be close. She's safe.
What a swim move there. DeMoss was able, she was going to be beat, but able to utilize the swim move as we take a look at the replay. What a piece hidden right there. Gets between third and second baseman, and a good throw home right in time, and she's able to unuse her left and try and get the right in. And now Albia, with 2 outs, gets on the board 1-0.
Yeah, it does good to grab the lead. Addie Hill now at the plate takes strike 1. It's an RBI single for Van Loon. She reached second after the throw. Zanoni stands at third. Hill fouls that off. Count to 0-2 now. Here's the 0-2. Can't find the zone. 1-2 the count to Hill. That one high out into left. Peyton settles under it, and the Hawks get out of the inning, but they surrender 1. Albia leads 1-0 at the end of the second. We'll be back. You're watching the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, the Girls Athletic Union Digital Network, powered by
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Well, it's a defensive showdown here between Albia and West Delaware. This Class 3A elimination game, Albia leads 1-0 after 2 hits. West Delaware only the 1 hit, no runs. At the bottom of the order, it's Noah Payton leading off for the Hawks.
Left fielder number 4, Nora Payton.
Penn still in the circle for the Lady D's. Can't find the zone there. Ball 1.
West Delaware trying to respond after Albia, a little 2-out rally there, able to break the scoreless tie, and they're able to get some base runners. They had a single, had a chance to put something together, but then the walk in the second and stole the base. Had a runner in scoring position, just unable to capitalize.
The 1-1. And there for strike 2. Pence has given up 1 hit and 1 walk, but 3 strikeouts on the day through 2 innings pitched. Big swing and a miss there. The 4th strikeout for Pence. Peyton sits down swinging. That brings us back to the top of the Hawk order with Lily Cass, who flew out to 3rd in her first at-bat. That one skied over to 2nd. Zanoni under it. So a 2nd fly out for Cass for the 2nd out of the inning.
Just 4 pitches, already have 2 outs, and here's where Albia shined. So let's see if West Delaware, in the heart of the order, has a chance to respond.
Lena Pelton at the plate. Only hit of the day so far for the Hawks, a single back in the 1st. The 1-0. Pelton watches that one high for ball 2. (2-0) now. Inside on Pelton, so now a 3-0 count with 2 outs. Don't want to give one up here. Pence back on the rubber. Here's the 3-0. Finds the zone there, moves it back to 3-1. Gives herself a lifeline in the at-bat.
And she doesn't want to do what West Delaware did, allowing a lifeline with 2 outs.
3-1 count. Moves to a 4-1 count. Pelton will advance to 1st on the walk, and that'll bring up the catcher, Casey Reth. Reth leading the team in hits with 50 on the season, batting .442. 26 of those RBIs.
That's why you just don't want to issue the 2-out walk and give the team's best hitter a chance to bring him home.
Absolutely not. Pitch outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Line foul. And I don't think anyone's going to be able to get that one on top of the netting over the batting cage.
I'm sure they're trying. Yeah, it's hopping and trying to punch it out.
They just throw another ball at it, I think?
Another ball to try and get the ball.
The 1-1 inside for ball 2. And they've got it. Had to go into the bullpen to do it, but I'm impressed. 2-1, one runner on with 2 outs.
Anything for a lollipop.
2-1, that one lined out in the right. There's a base hit for Reth. And that's now 2 on for the Hawks with 2 outs.
So similar vibes here from Albia's 2-out rally. Now all of a sudden West Delaware, as we take a look at the replay, able to go oppo here and just place it right between second and right.
Be a courtesy runner for the Hawks. 12, Abigail Stoffel. Remember, substitutions provided by IMT Insurance. Find out how you can be worry-free at imtins.com. Runner on first and second with 2 outs. Ava Hartman, the pitcher, at the plate. She struck out swinging her first plate appearance. First pitch to Hartman in there for a strike. Both teams now with 2 hits. The Lady D's lead by 1. Here's the 0-1 to Hartman. Low and inside for ball 1. Fans from all around the state making their way to Fort Dodge today. 1-1 outside. All 5 classes in action throughout the complex.
It's such a wild concept, and it's a great complex to have all 5 classes go at the same time.
Here's the 2-1. That doesn't quite catch the zone. So now with 3-1 count with 2 outs and 2 runners on, Pence needs to settle back in just to get the 3rd out and get out of this inning. (3-1), strike 2. So we go to a full count with 2 outs.
Such a good pitch. Need this K because, I mean, the last thing you want to do for your morale is get the bases loaded after recording 2 outs.
Payoff pitch to Hartman. That one's high, and so load the bases. They do for Vita Langel. Langel struck out in her first plate appearance back in the second now. Quick conversation. Coach Achenbach coming out to talk to Pence and settle down his pitcher.
Yeah, Achenbach just not really anything assertive or just trying to have a conversation, get back to basics and trust in what's got her to this moment. I mean, she is fully capable pitcher. I mean, she owned a 0.17 ERA for a reason, so just got to return back to form.
So 2 outs, bases juiced. Langel at the plate. Watches pitch 1 for strike 1. Courtesy runner Brinley Sherbrink enters the game at first. Running for the pitcher Hartman. That one played over towards second. Zanoni, the easy throw to first. And so the Hawks load the bases. The Lady D's get out of it. We head to the top of the 3rd. Albia leads 1-0.
Top half of the 3rd, no runs. There was a hit, 3 left.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Welcome back to the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Farm Bureau here on the Girls Athletic Union Network, powered by the Mid-American Energy Company. Class 3A elimination game, West Delaware and Albia. We're in the bottom of the third here. Leading off for Albia in this inning will be Aaliyah Hood. She reached base on balls back in the first. Rips that one down the third base line. That's fair. She heading around for second. That's a leadoff double for Aaliyah Hood. Really good hit there.
Yeah,
we take a look at it.
This was just wicked hit. I wish we had access to exit velo, but this went to the farthest part of the park and left for that Channel Seeds extra base hit.
That'll bring up Addie Pearson. He also walked, and that one skied out in the center. Schmitz under it, makes the grab. Hood stays put.
Yeah, I'm actually really shocked that Hood stayed put. She had an opportunity with Schmidt going to her left and having to make a throw to her right, essentially. And with her speed, I'm sure she would have made it, but Achenbach or her making the decision to stay put with one out to work with.
Bring up the first baseman, Grace Rubel. Now Hood heads to first. That ball gets away. Hood will come in to score, and Albia doubles their lead 2-0.
And in the end, it doesn't really matter because she has really great base running instincts, able to see that ball skip away and then see it go past her in the infield.
That one's given a ride by Rubel out into the gap and gone. That clears the wall, bounces off the top of the fence. And all of a sudden, this is a 3-0 ball game. Albia out in front. Another Channel Seeds extra base hit. Big home run from Brooke Rubel.
Brooke Rubel getting her second home run of the season, and she got a little help from the wall. It bounced right off the yellow and out, and hitting off the yellow counts. And just like that, they've extended their lead.
So that'll bring up the pitcher, Grace Pence. Pence grounded out to third. Puts that one back up the middle. That's now it's a third hit in this inning for the Lady D's. Still with only one out. Courtesy runner coming in for Pence. Looks like that is number 6, Maddie Montgomery. At the plate, though, will be Ayla Green. Flew out foul, just popped up to the catcher.
That's right fielder, number 15, Ayla Green.
Big opportunity, though, for Albia to really blow this game wide open, leading by 3.
Now Delaware only able to put up a run last game, so any more will be a real challenge.
(1-0) catches the zone, so 1-1 to Ayla Green. Reminder, this is an elimination game, so the winner survives, the loser goes home. That one high moves the count to 2-1.
And both teams on the line, and Albia 3 seed, well, despite being 32-1, they've really showed out, and I'm just always brought back to how close they made it, third place finish last year, and that's came after their city was dealing with the aftermath of that fire, and so we're 1 year removed from that event, and they sure make their community very proud, and they have a good showing here in the crowd.
Yeah, certainly a good portion of the Albia community here. Full count to Ayla Green. There's a walk, so bench runner for Pence will head to second. Green takes the walk to first. Bring up Lillian DeMoss, who singled back in the second. Now a quick talking to Ryan King, coming out to talk to Hartman.
And it's got to be settling down the team, just reminding them this is only a 3-0 game. It's 1 out. Just get this ground ball, or just pay attention to the strikeout. This is not over, because it's an issue with all levels of play to just panic and let the game slip away, but just have to stay grounded in this moment. They're here for a reason.
Absolutely. So DeMoss steps back in with only 1 out and runners on first and second. Hartman back into the circle. She'll step on the rubber. Fire that one in there for strike one. Definitely some higher velocity on that pitch than we've seen so far today.
Probably pitching inspired after meeting in the circle.
That one grounded short. Play made. Cass over to Cass for the second out.
And that's what you wanted. A good ground ball, weak contact, get the second out. So now all the focus turns to the batter.
So that'll bring up Zoe Zanoni, reached base on a walk.
Zoe Zanoni.
Got left at third, back in the second.
Zanoni.
Hartman back on the rubber. Runners on second and third. Zanoni watches pitch one for ball one.
So Kennedy, Western Dubuque is 1-1. Clear Creek is playing over there right now. They're 0-1 and they're losing again.
1-0 finds the zone, evens up the count 1 apiece.
West Liberty's out. West Delaware's probably going to be out. Clear Creek's probably going to be out. It goes 2-0.
Here's the 1-1. High and away from Zanoni. 2-1. Hartman lost a little bit of control, but when she is in the zone, she's getting peppered by those batters, so has to find a way to find strikes here. Can't find one there, so count goes to 3-1.
Well, you have a base to put them, but really just focused on getting this batter out.
3-1. That one's given a ride out to right. Back of the wall. One hops it, and 1 run comes in to score. That's a double for Zoe Zanoni. Sorry, 2 runs come in to score. Bases clearing double. That is a 5-0 game now.
And it's just kind of slipping again. Albia with 2 outs. They've gotten 3 runs with 2 outs now.
Pitch outside to the top of the order, Madeline Van Loon. Van Loon on second. One fouled off. 1-1 the count, 2 outs. Runner on second. West Delaware really letting this one get away from him.
It's still somewhat manageable. at 5-0, but a nice catch there by Coach Achenbach. And just to finish my thought, it's 5-0 is it's a pretty tall task, but in just the third inning, it's doable. We saw Williamsburg just a bit ago, albeit it was 5-1. It's still attainable to make it a close game. It just starts with getting this final out and then get the bats working and start chipping away. It doesn't have to be all at once.
No, especially you got a few more innings to do it if you're West Delaware, but have to limit the damage. That one skied out in the right, over into foul territory. Pelton over to make the grab. So we've reached the end of the third. Albia has built a 5-0 lead over West Delaware. You're watching the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau here on the Girls Athletic Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
Welcome back here, Class 3A state tournament. And we've got an elimination game between West Delaware and Albia. Albia out to a 5-0 lead here in the top of the fourth after some great two-out hitting in the bottom of the third. Be Sophia Schulte leading off for the Hawks. West Delaware in desperate need of some base runners, and more than that, in desperate need of some runs.
And I was going to start out this inning by saying they've gotten to Pence before. They get base runners consistently every inning so far, and they had the bases loaded. They had the opportunity to capitalize, and they didn't. I'm sure their opportunity will come again, but this time they will need to capitalize to chip away at this 5-run deficit.
That one lined back up the middle. So there's a base runner, Sophia Schulte. A base hit to open up this fourth inning.
It's great hit as we see the replay. And right back through the center of the infield. Nobody out and a base runner is just what the doctor ordered.
Be Katie Cass to follow that one up. Ball one. Here's the 1-0. Catches the zone. Sorry, does not catch the zone. Goes to 2-0. Here's the 2-0. Also does not catch the zone, so a 3-0 count to Katie Cass. Pence resets herself, takes the mask off. Goes back to the rubber. Here's the 3-0. Gets away from her. So a 4-pitch walk. Schulte moves to second. Cass to first. And now all of a sudden, West Delaware in the spot where they could grab some runs if they can get the bats going.
This is 4 walks already, so just self-inflicted wounds so far. I mean, Pence has only issued 15 all season, so already got 4. So nearing a third of her entire walks issued throughout the season. So just really uncharacteristic, but this is the time where West Delaware, the Hawks really need to capitalize. They had a chance in the third, but this time they have nobody out.
And now 6 straight balls thrown by Pence. Definitely don't want to load the bases on walks here. Catcher Van Loon will just come and have a quick conversation with her. Try to settle her down.
Indy, I know. But then we got Indy and Cindy. Cindy and Indy.
You know, that whole infield is doing everything they can to listen and pick her up. Really, sometimes it isn't. Those discussions aren't even about pitching. It's just trying to get a distraction, let your mind go of the mistakes, because after a while, the mistake, and it just gets in your head. So I'm just trying to break the cycle, is all that is.
Here's the 2-0. So now a 2-1 count. Pence fires it in there. Count will move to 3-1. Still with no outs, so you do not want to walk the bases loaded with no outs. Give West Delaware a real leg back into this game. Here's the 3-1. That one high, the bases are juiced. There are 3 straight walks to open up the 4th inning. Sorry, a single. Then 2 walks to load the bases. So now Nora Payton, the bottom of the order for the Hawks. Achenbach out to talk to Pence, try to calm her down.
Yeah, 5 walks in this game. It's just very uncharacteristic. So already matched a 3rd total of her season. And so sometimes you got to trust your pitcher, and that's what Achenbach's doing. But if not, I'm sure Addie Pearson will likely come in. But huge moment now.
First pitch to Payton. Can't quench the zone again, so it's a 1-0. The 1-0. There's a much-needed strike to even up the count at 1 apiece. One, runners on all 3. Nobody out. There's a pitch from Pence. That's just away from Payton. Moves to a 2-1 count. Two 2-1 from Pence. Payton, big swing and a miss there. Healthy cut on that one.
That was really the first chance she's had to put away a batter in this inning. So right now, I'm still keeping the ball in the zone.
Big swing and a miss there. Payton strikes out for the 2nd time in a row, and that'll bring up Lily Cass, who's flown out twice. Top of the order for the Hawks.
Now you can put the double play in order.
First pitch high for ball 1 to Lily Cass.
Even in this scenario where you have bases loaded and you don't want to sacrifice a run, I would still pitch to contact, and
the throw down gets away, and that'll bring in a run. An error from the catcher, and I'm just, that's unforced. I don't think it's worth to throw down regardless of the situation there.
And right now, in the head of Van Loon, you're really just wanting to seek outs, and she thought she was fully capable of it. it was a good attempt, but it just hit off the runner.
Pitch to Cass is low and away for ball 2. Here's the 2-0. Or 3-0. That one's high. So that'll walk the bases loaded again. Lena Pelton steps in. Ball 1 to Petlin.
This game had a quick pace to it and then has slowed down batter to batter each. And we talked about how would West Delaware respond. They have the tying run at the plate right now, and Pence really has to dig deep to get these last 2 outs.
Here's the 2-0. Low and away for ball 3. Pence really struggling with her control.
Yeah, and I think after this batter, it might be Addie Pearson time.
That one's high. So Pence walks one in.
And yeah, it looks like Addie Pearson will now come into this game. And Pearson is a good pitcher in her own right. 1.51 ERA. It's just Pence, this tournament has just lost her feel and control. And they still have the lead. It's 5-2. So getting 2 quick outs and maintaining this lead is still possible for Albia, but West Delaware has themselves a great chance to tie this game in this inning alone.
Absolutely. This pitching change brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free at imtins.com. Absolutely a tough situation to step into for Pearson.
Bases loaded, 1 out. It's just a nightmare for a reliever to come into, but the best relievers are undeterred by those kind of situations. They're able to shine, and Pearson will have plenty of time to warm up. And it's tough becoming cold, going from third into the circle all at once.
Pearson's first pitch, high for ball 1, is Casey Reth at the plate, 1 for 2 on the day. Presley Fisher into play third. Strike there from Pearson.
Yeah, I thought the first pitch was a lot closer too as well. Already showing some good control. I think right here you just got to pound the zone.
That one gets away from her. Another run comes in. This is a 5-3 game. Run advances on a wild pitch. So Kess moves to third. Petlin all the way around to second. Reth facing a 2-1 count. Pitch finds the zone. Count even at 2 apiece. Hawks in this position because of some discipline at the plate. Big swing and a miss there. Reth goes down swinging, and a big strikeout for Pearson.
Finally, you can just pay attention to the batter in the box. You know, the 2 runners, not in your mind, just get this play at the plate or throw it home or at first.
Ava Hartman, the opposing pitcher, at the plate now. Takes ball 1. the 1-0. I can't find the zone there.
Yeah, off speed, just didn't quite find it. And now 2-0, she's really got to go back in the zone.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. Fouled back and away.
Yeah, got her going inside, jammed her a bit, and so if that's what it takes, just go back to that location, but I think she'll probably go to the other side of the zone.
Here's the 2-1. Catches a piece, strike 2, so now 1 strike from getting out of what has been a disastrous inning for the Lady D's. Here's the 2-2 to Hartman. Hartman chops that foul. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs still. Pitch from line over and caught. Catch by Fisher. She steps into the game in a big moment, makes a big time catch. Hawks grab 3 back. Albia still leads 5-3 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. You're watching the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Farm Bureau on the Girls Athletic Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Looks like another perfect day to get out there and enjoy the summer.
Before she gets in the car, it's easy to choose.
Iowa State Fair, August 13th through the 23rd.
Welcome back to the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Here are the Girls Athletic Union Digital Network powered by the Mid-American Energy Company. We're here in the bottom of the 4th of this Class 3 elimination game. Albia was up 5-0 at one point, but some plate discipline from West Delaware has brought that back down to a 5-3 game.
Yeah, 7 walks in a game is just not a great conductor of success, and they're lucky to still have a 5-3 lead.
Hill at the plate now for the Lady D's.
Thing with Hartman, though, is she sat a long time in the dugout and got to swing the bat, too. Hopefully she's not cold.
1-1 count. Pitch doesn't quite find the zone. Sorry, 3-0. Here's the 3-0. 4 straight balls to open up this one, and you mentioned being cold. 4 straight balls, a little evident of that.
That top of the 4th was very long, and she will probably get warmer as the inning goes on, but yeah, I'm not surprised by the 4-pitch walk there.
Bunt laid down by Hood. Foul ball. So an 0-1 count. Swung on by Hood, back. Foul over by the press box. Count goes to 0-2. Hartman back into the circle. Hood doubled in her last at-bat. Chops that one over towards third. Ogden can't quite make the throw. Fumbles on the transition, so 2 runners on to the E5.
Yeah, just taking a look. This was sharply hit and had the chance, but couldn't get the grip on the ball.
Brings up the new pitcher, Addie Pearson, at the plate. 0 for 1 with a fly out. Shows bunt, can't quite connect on that one.
Better is the pitcher, number 24, Addie Pearson.
So it's Pearson's the pitcher of record, isn't she? Since the other gal didn't go 4?
Yeah, that'd be right.
Here's the 0-1. That one lifted high in foul territory. Cass under it makes the grab. First out of the inning. Bring up number 43, Brooke Rubel. Rubel with a round tripper out to left. Her last at bat. RBI opportunity for her once again. Pitch high and gets away for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Big swing and a miss there. Foul ball. So now 1-1. Hartman steps back in. Here's the 1-1. Rubel lines that one foul. That one, almost over towards the 4A field.
Yeah, that
took quite the ride. Here's the 1-2. Low evens it up 2-2. Now 2-2 to Rubel. That one fouled off. Rubel surviving the at-bat.
They got to win 1 out of 2. If they beat Southeast Warren, which isn't a gimme.
Here's the 2-2.
I think it's going to come down to
Rubel chops that one foul again.
Staying alive by any means necessary, keeping this at-bat going.
Yeah, just trying to fight through, put another runner on. That one away for a full count. Little bit of a chase pitch. Got away.
We talked about West Delaware responding. This is a huge pitch coming because now bases loaded for Albia, a possibility.
Full count pitch. Chopped high, grab made it third by Ogden. And that's a base hit. I'll say that's a good grab from Ogden, preventing that from getting in the outfield and potentially preventing a run. But now the base is loaded for Albia.
Yeah, saved a run as we look at this. This was such a chopper, and still, I will applaud the effort to go up and get it. But nonetheless, bases loaded with 1 out. Ogden definitely saved a run, but this could get out of hand.
That'll bring up number 4, Presley Fisher, for her first at-bat. Fisher replacing Grace Pence. Ball outside. Ball 1. One out, bases loaded. Fisher takes strike 1 there.
And Fisher's a .320 hitter coming off the bench. 8 hits and 25 at-bats for the sophomore.
Here's the 1-1. Fisher cuts and a miss. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Big moment for Hartman. Here's the 1-2. Fisher fans on that one for strike 3. That's a really, really big strikeout from Hartman. Now 2 outs.
Light at the end of the tunnel now, but Isla Green did get a walk and came across the score in the 3rd, so the plate discipline is going to be tough to overcome for Hartman.
Green takes ball 1 inside.
I think a lot of juniors.
Here's the 1-0. Low and away for ball 2. Definitely don't want to walk or run home after cutting that deficit to 2.
Well, really, a grand slam would actually make things very problematic and entering on game-ending territory.
.30 count. That one's low and away. Ayla Green will walk to first. That'll bring in a run. Make it a 6-3 game. Bring up shortstop Lillian DeMoss. DeMoss watches that one outside for ball 1. Both pitchers really losing their control in this 4th inning.
Yeah, if you like offense, this is a great match for you, but it's really been the plate discipline. There's been so many walks throughout this game.
2-0 now with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Finds the zone there. Much needed strike from Hartman.
Just looked at my scorecard. 13 walks between both teams. So it's been a long, strenuous game.
Big swing there from DeMoss for strike 2. Fouls that one off. Yeah, that's a lot of walks. It's a lot of free bases, and in this case, free runs surrendered. 2-2, 2 outs. Played right back up towards Hartman, and the Hawks get out of the inning. They only surrender 1, and the Lady D's leave the bases loaded. We head to the top of the 5th. Albia leads West Delaware 6-3.
Excuse me, man. You dropped this.
You're watching the 2026 Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. As sole title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to champion our youth and all they have to offer Iowa's future. West Delaware and Albia here in a Class 3A elimination game. Top of the 5th, Hawks in need of a rally, down 3. Veda Lengel leading it off.
Going to be up to Pearson to maintain this 3-run lead and put an end to the trend of So many walks in this game.
2-1 the count now to Langle. Here's the pitch from Pearson. That one swung on, chopped foul, and all the way back out. Some action in the bullpen for the Lady D's. Here's Grace Pence continuing to warm up, maybe trying to find her control a little bit. Should Pearson lose hers, as that one's low in the dirt, we go to a full count. Here's the payoff pitch to Langle. Inside for ball 4. That's another walk. Is that 14 on the night?
There's 14.
Both teams?
For both teams.
A lot of walks so far, and that'll bring up Sophia Schulte. Single to open up the 4th, started the run for the Hawks that brought them to the scoreboard.
We talked about in the break how long the 4th inning was combined between both teams. I feel like it was longer than the first 3 innings.
You know, I tend to agree with, those were quite the pitching duel for the most part. The 0-1 bunt shown, and that one's popped foul. So now an 0-2 count to Schulte.
I think it's pretty clear that whoever is going to win today's matchup, it's going to be who can put an end to the walks first.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's the 0-2 to Schulte. That one lined over towards short. Catch made by DeMoss. Throw offline. But Langle will stay at first.
It's a good effort there, and such a nice catch by DeMoss. Throw on the knees. It was technically on target, but 2 on target since it hit her. Hit the runner. Luckily for Albia, the fence was right there to keep the ball close by.
Katie Cass now at the plate with 1 out and a runner on first. First offering to Cass. Down the middle for a strike. Big first pitch strike. Here's the 0-1 from Pearson. Finds the zone 0-2. Been a while since we've had an 0-2 count from 2 early strikes, but Pearson potentially finding a little bit of her control. Here's the 0-2. High and away for ball 1, a chase pitch. Here's the 1-1. One catches the zone. Pearson gets the punch out looking. Bring up Avery Schmitz. 2 outs.
See, even with the walk issues, despite that, both teams getting to 2 outs and then allowing base runners.
Throw down, not quite in time. Steal for Langle. Advances her into scoring position. Schmitz ahead in the count 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Schmitz takes ball 2.
We've seen both teams rally with 2 outs, and for West Delaware was to load the bases. They didn't come away with anything, but perhaps something here.
1-1, that one's given a ride out in the left. Hill over tracking it into foul territory, makes the grab. So 3 outs on 4 batters. First time we've had that in a while. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Albia still leads West Delaware 6-3. The state tournament presented by Farm Bureau. Here are the Girls Digital Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Life's buzzing with energy. From the delightfully routine, to the novel and exciting, to the truly uncharted. With all that life brings, it's easy to lose track of what powers all those moments, our health. At Mercy One, our caring doctors focus on just that, powering health, from the everyday to the extraordinary. So you're ready for what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Welcome back here, Class 3A elimination game. West Delaware and Albia, bottom of the fifth. Zoe Zanoni leading off for the Lady D's. Takes a swipe at that first one. Oh, 1 from Hartman. High gets away from her. Evens up the count at 1 apiece. Here's the 1-1. Check swing high. Didn't go around, so 2-1. Here's the 2-1. Out one low. Count moves to 3-1. The 3-1. That one swung on, blooped over into right. Catch made by Petlin. That's the first out of the inning.
Yeah, this ball was given a good ride as we take a look. Went oppo, but perfectly placed.
Bring up number 1, Madeline Van Loon, the leadoff hitter for the for the Lady D's, back to the top of the order. Takes strike 1. Here's the 0-1. That one lined out into left. Peyton makes the grab. So 2 up, 2 down pretty quickly. Bring up Addie Hill. You know, we have to mention it, but just the struggles that both these teams have had getting that third out.
Nothing is certain. So in 4 pitches, 2 outs recorded, this inning could prolong. It could be 1 more batter or it could be 5.
Strike 1 to Hill. Here's the 0-1. Inside, evens up the count 1 apiece. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, played back up the middle. Hill with a 2-out base hit.
Right on cue. And the 2-out base action continues for both teams.
Bring up Aaliyah Hood. Reach base in all 3 at-bats with a walk, a double, and an error out by the third baseman. So now 2 outs and a runner on first. See what she can do. Takes strike 1. Hartman finding the zone a little more as this game goes on.
Yeah, you're starting to see that with both pitchers now. Pearson and Hartman finding their rhythm.
That one sent foul right over us.
I was waiting for the bang.
As was I.
Just sailed over our heads.
So 0-2, 2 outs. Hood at the plate still. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, chopped towards short. Play is not on time. Langle unable to get it over there.
We take a look at the replay, just a look at how close this is. Got her reaching just a bit, hit off the end of the bat, but Good speed by Hood, and she's showed it all day today. The speed on the base pass and able to hustle to first, beat out the throw.
Now the pitcher, Addie Pearson, takes ball one and 2 2-out singles. Now a runner in scoring position for the Lady D's once again with 2 outs. Pearson gives that a ride out into center. Play not made. Here comes one. Hood coming around third. Going to be close. The throw offline. Pearson's headed to second. So the play not made by Schmitz out in the outfield, and then an errant throw from Pearson. Bring in 2, and that makes this an 8-3 game.
Hit off the bat well, and just unfortunate miscue there by Schmitz, and then throw not in time off the cutoff from Hartman, and then it goes wide, and it's able to get Pearson into second.
Montgomery is the courtesy runner at second base.
Maddie Montgomery, the courtesy runner for Pearson. Now Brooke Rubel up to the plate. 2 for 3 with a strikeout, a home run, and a single. So now a 5-run lead. Chance to put this away if you manage to get this to 8. Rubel sends that one out shallow center. Schmitz in to make the grab. West Delaware grabbed 2 early outs, but weren't able to capitalize.
There were 2 errors, 1 left.
Albia grabs 2 more. They lead 8-3. We head to the top of the 6th. We'll be right back.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
Welcome back here to this Class 3A elimination game. Top of the 6th, West Delaware down to their final 6 outs as they trail Albia 8-3 in need of a rally.
Yeah, Pearson has found her rhythm so far. I mean, she started the 5th with that walk, and it looked shaky to start, like the walk issues were going to continue to plague Albia and West Delaware, but got 3 straight outs and even a strikeout looking, and so far, so good.
Peyton takes strike 1. Bottom of the Hawk order. Check swing. Did she go around? She did not. Count even at 1 apiece. Now the 1-1. Inside, ball 2. Pearson unable to find the zone there. Here's the 2-1. Swung on, chopped foul. Count even 2 apiece now. To Nora Payton, the bottom of the Hawk order. Here's the 2-2. Drops that one in low. So we've got a full count for the first batter here in the top of the 6th. Peyton has struck out twice today. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss from Peyton. Her 3rd strikeout in a row. It's a big pitch from Pearson.
Could have been 9 walks issued by Albia, but instead gets the 5th strike or 7th strikeout for Albia. So it's just been kind of back and forth, a strikeout or a walk, And something for Albia that's kind of making the difference is the defense. There's 4 errors for West Delaware, and just goes to show you it's an 8-3 lead, how impactful those errors have been.
Sky shortened the infield. Zanoni in to make the grab. So Lily Cass, the top of the order, goes down there. Bring up Lena Petlin. 2 outs. Pearson just a hair outside on Petlin there. Ball 1. The 1-0 from Pearson. High or ball 2 with 2 outs. And, something happens when they get 2 outs. Neither of these pitchers have been able to really grab that third.
One of them got really bitter on
2-0 in there for a strike. Two 2-1 count, 2 outs. That one lifted out into center. Play made by DeMoss. So that will send us to the bottom of the 6th. Albia still leads West Delaware 8-3. We'll be right back on the Girls Athletic Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Ready? Let's go. Mom, over here.
Yeah, this kind of thing can happen when you're hiking, but no worries, Mom. I can prescribe something to soothe the itch.
Unity Point Health looks at your family's health from your point of view, offering same-day appointments with expertise focused on what matters most to you. Unity Point Health, expert care focused on you.
Welcome back. Here in the bottom of the 6th between Albia and West Delaware. Albia looking on their way to booking a spot in the next elimination game. West Delaware looks like they're on their way out of this state tournament unless they can turn it around. They've only got 3 more outs if they get back to the top half of the 7th, which isn't guaranteed. You give up 3 runs here and this game is over. Leading off for the Lady D's, we number 4, Presley Fisher. Fisher struck out in her only plate appearance of the day so far. Hartman's still in the circle, and I would expect we would see her for the rest of the game. You're not going to throw a sophomore into a situation like this with Carly Ogden.
Yeah, and she's shown moments of prowess and command, but those 4 errors have been enough to do serious damage.
Second pitch gets away there for ball 2. To Fisher. Take that one for ball 3, low in the dirt. Hartman just hasn't quite had her control today. Here's the 3-0. Outside, ball 4. Fisher with a walk to open it up. 15 walks between the two.
Yep, we're up there in that department, but it's been a real showing of the plate discipline between both teams.
Certainly has been. Ayla Green at the plate now. Fisher's going to be replaced by a courtesy runner. Will be number 6, Maddie Montgomery.
First number 6, Maddie Montgomery.
Now Green steps in. A runner on first and no outs. Shows bunt, lays that one down, foul. Right off the plate. 0-1 the count now. Green tries to lay down a bunt again, fouls it off behind. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runner on first for Ayla Green. She's reached base twice with walks. Chops that one towards second. 4-6, can't make the throw to 3. So the lead runner goes down, and Green reaches on a fielder's choice. Bring up Lily DeMoss. DeMoss 1 for 3 in today's game with a single. Did come around to score, though. That one way outside from Hartman. 1-0 the count.
She's just a pop.
Where are you from? The Independence area. I graduated.
Here's the 1-0.
I was.
Inside, ball 2.
She was a soccer stud for Independence.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. Goalie. Keeper, I'm sorry.
Same, I know. We like
Here's the 2-0. High catches the top half of the zone for strike 1. Good pitch there from Hartman. Needed that one. Here's the 2-1. Swung on, and that gets through the infield for a base knock with 1 out. So Green advances to second. DeMoss on first.
Well, the winning run technically at the plate.
Zoe Zanoni.
Second baseman, number 21, Zoe Zanoni.
I only say technically because she does not have a home run this season, but
wouldn't it be a moment? That one skied. Langle under it, makes the grab. So now the top of the order, Madeline Van Loon at the plate.
Catcher, number 1, Maddie Van Loon.
I ran cross country. I played basketball too, but soccer was the only thing I was.
One high for ball 1 to Van Loon. One 0, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. High for ball 2.
Just a quick 2-hour trip to East 20.
Here's the 2-0. That one finds the zone. Big pitch from Hartman. Van Loon also with no home runs on the season. That one out over towards the gap. Schmidt's able to get under it and make the play. So we head to the top of the 7th. West Delaware down to their final 3 outs. They trail Albia 8-3. We'll be right back with more Girls State Softball presented by Farm Bureau, the Girls Athletic Union Digital Network powered by the Mid-American Energy Company.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Welcome back, Class 3A elimination game. West Delaware down to their last 3 outs against Albia. The Katie Kess in the bottom of the order. Sorry, Casey Reth, 3-hitter to lead off here. So it'll be Reth, Hartman, and Langle. And the Hawks need 5 runs here in this top of the 7th.
They've had the bases loaded at one time, and they had the chance to put on basically 5 runs because they had nobody out in that 4th inning, but we'll need something similar.
That one skied over towards second. Zanoni makes the play. So there's 1 down. Bring up the pitcher, Ava Hartman. And Hartman had an okay day on the mound. Has made some plays when she needed to, but lost her control there for a little bit. Now surrendered 8 runs. First pitch to Hartman. That one chopped foul. That one, I was waiting for the loud bang once again for it to come off the press box. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out to Hartman. Here's the 0-1. Pearson finds the zone on the inside half. Now 0-2 to Hartman. Here's the 0-2. Swung on that one. Skied high, foul, and that'll go out of play.
Got a lot of fans for the next game waiting in that area.
Van Meter and Wahlert Catholic coming up after this. 0-2. Hartman chopped. That one didn't get any of it. Sits down swinging, and that'll bring up Vita Langle. Potentially the last out of the season for West Delaware. Pearson stands back on the rubber. First offering to Langle. Inside and low for ball 1. So 2 outs. Mission now just get out of this game. The 1-0 to Langle. Catches the zone for strike 1, evens up the count 1 apiece. Here's the 1-1. Langle swung on that one, chopped down the middle. And a 2-out base hit for Veda Langle. So for now, West Delaware still alive, and that'll bring up the designated player, Sophia Schulte. 1 for 2 on the day with a single, then lined out to short, also reached base on a walk in the 2nd.
This was a chopper that just went over the head of everybody, and West Delaware living to fight another day.
First pitch to Schulte, inside hitter. So now 2 on with 2 outs. Pearson just can't seem to get out of her own way at the moment.
Yeah, and it just happened all of a sudden. I still just need 1 out. I'm still focused on the batter. If I was Addie Pearson, just 1 more out.
Bring up 18, Katie Cass, first baseman. Take strike 1.
But if you're West Delaware, you know, just 1 more out. You're hoping to extend this to extra innings.
Dropped a pitch there. That one was high for ball 1, but no advances as Van Loon was on it quickly. So 1-1 the count to Cass. Here's the 1-1. High and away for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here's the 2-1. Cass fans on that one now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hawks are down to their final strike. not just in the game, but for the season in this elimination matchup in Class 3A. Pearson winds and deals. Cass pops that up. Foul territory. It's gloved by Rubel. And Albia moves on. The Lady D's advance to the next elimination round where they'll play the loser of Van Meter and Wahlert Catholic. Albia defeats West Delaware 8-3. And Henry, it wasn't exactly pretty at moments, but they got it done.
15 walks shared between both teams, but really Addie Pearson, the star of this match, able to come in relief with the bases loaded and still managed to maintain Albia's lead and held it throughout this entire game, even extending it with a 2 RBI double to extend it 8-3. And for West Delaware, they had their moments, and it's a tough loss.
We'll turn it over to the PA announcer for the award ceremony.
Receive a commemorative softball provided by Iowa Farm Bureau, title sponsor of the Girls Athletic Union. Presenting awards are representatives from the IGHSAU. At this time, we would like to congratulate the West Delaware Hawks and head coach Ryan King on an outstanding softball season. And now we'd like to recognize today's quick star of the game, Addie Pearson from Albia. This standout performance earned her the honor of advancing her team on the bracket. Thanks to Quick Star for their support of the IGHSAU. And congratulations to the Albia Lady D's and head coach Larry H. Dakenback. Albia, your next game will be tomorrow at 10:45 a.m. here on Iowa Central Field. Thank you for attending the Girls State Softball.
Well, welcome back here inside the booth.